What are your thoughts on this Kanye last couple of weeks with just there's so much to unwrap?
I mean, the last couple of weeks is not something that surprised me, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's Ye. But I think sometimes you have to also realize that everybody's not like him or think like him.
Right.
So you can't force your opinions on other people. There's a lot of history that goes with black and whites in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much more that he needs to, desensitize himself from and realize that there's certain things that may not have affected you, but it's affected other people because real lives were lost in the process of these actions.
Right.
So you can't just say white lives matter in a case like that specifically. Of course, everyone knows that all lives matter, but there's a specific history in America that just needs to be recognized and acknowledged because of the history of black people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I think that it's to the point where it's like we all recognize that Black Lives Matter is a true statement.
Right.
We also can recognize that the organization might not have did the best business.
Right.
But we also have to recognize that the term White Lives Matter is
bigger.
a term that racist people use.
Right.
Like the roots.
Right.
But to be said, it's also a true term if you say it out loud. Right. Factually, yes, everyone's lives matter.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, Black Lives Matter became a slogan because it was obvious that black lives did not matter as much as everyone else's.
Right. Absolutely.
And historically in America, if we're being honest.
Right.
I mean, listen, historically everywhere, man.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? The colonization of parts of your home
even in
country.
Africa still
I was going to
happening.
say, in your home country. Yeah, I heard in Africa it's still bad in some places.
Well, Africa's kind of changing. I don't know if that's for the good, but in certain parts in Africa, white people are in the projects.
Wow.
And the black people are in the mansions. And it's stayed that way.
I mean, listen, man.
So it depends on what side you want to live
What part
on.
of Africa is that?
That's in South Africa.
Okay, yeah. So shout out to South
Yeah,
Africa.
South Africa, the white people now are screaming for equality. Which is crazy, right?
Pretty crazy. It's like you guys colonized.
It's
You guys
crazy.
colonized
Like,
South
you gotta
Africa.
go back home right now.
Yeah. The UK's calling you.
Yeah, the UK is like, hold up now, but there's nothing they could do because they never left the UK. They literally claimed it from the UK and started selling off land that they never even owned. But
Right.
because they had the weapons, obviously they outpowered people. But as the uprisings and everything came, the revolt happened and people start fighting back.
Yeah, I think a lot of things with the Kanye thing, people are like a little shook up about. Is I don't know if you saw Maverick Carter just said that he came and recorded an episode of LeBron's show The Shop, which is an HBO show,
Right.
and they decided not to release it because he was, I guess, saying some wild shit,
Right.
some anti-Semitic shit. You know what I'm saying? But you probably have a better insight to Ye than most people, considering how close in proximity your brother worked for him. For people who don't know, your brother managed him for some time, right?
Yeah, he managed him for some time. He's not currently managing him now, but he does do stuff.
I don't know if anybody could manage Kanye.
Well, Kanye is unmanageable because he pretty much managed himself.
Right.
All you can do is put barricades to help him protect him.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only job of a manager around Ye is to protect him from himself.
I was going to say, would you, because I think some people, they don't know him like everyone else does. Would you say he's like genuinely a good dude?
No, genuinely, he's a really good dude. Good
Yeah.
heart, great intentions. I just think that he's in a position where he believes that his opinion matters in the world. And when you do that and people telling you, well, your opinion don't matter in my life.
Yeah.
And you're forcing your opinion to matter in their life, but not getting all the details of why his opinion don't matter in your life, it can create an issue when you're too confident. You know.
Yeah, and if you're like so sure that you're right and everyone else is
Right,
wrong,
exactly.
it's like that eliminates any nuance or discussion to be had about any particular issue because you're saying it's my way because I'm Kanye and I'm a fucking genius.
Right.
And
Because, without taking anything from Ye, he been through a whole spiritual journey.
yeah,
So he's seen things that the average man didn't see. Like, I honestly believe that he went through spiritually a journey that average people don't go.
yeah,
He really did. But the thing is, when you believe that people understand you the way you understand you,
that's a
that's
flaw.
where it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
Because not everybody understand his position. And when you're trying so hard to explain it to people who will never get it because they have to go through your journey to get it, it becomes an uphill battle trying to,
And people have to give you the benefit of the doubt that what you're saying isn't what you're saying, that you have a bigger message behind it. And when you say certain shit that he says recently, it's like, I don't really care what your thought process was.
Right.
And you don't care enough to
you're taking it
really
offensively.
explain it.
Right, exactly. So that's when everyone takes it personal. And then when it goes personal, then it's hard to talk about.